lost track of the amount of episodes in which I advise people to pursue a relationship with a single mother at their own peril. And I'm going to explain why. Because the amount of this kind of story I see happening with women who are single mothers is just extraordinary. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't some single mothers out there who are wonderful, but they will always put their kid before you, as they should, as they should. Just like if you were a single father, you should be putting your kid before any prospective partner. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how it should be. So don't be surprised if you get into a relationship with someone, male or female, who has a child and they don't put you first, or they get upset at you when things don't go their way. Allow me to explain. Now, guys, I want you to just, in the chat, if this particular statement that I'm about to make is true, I want you to just put the number 1 for posterity. You've never heard of the name Payman Tagipur. Put 1 in the chat if that is factual for you. I see there's 40 of you right now. I'm just going to give it a second, just so we can get a bit of a picture here, just in case I'm wrong. Might not be, but I just want to see. Seeing a lot of 1s here. So now that we've established the fact that none of us in here have heard of the name Payman Tagipur, mainly because the mainstream media won't take this and run with it in the same way that they would a Eurydice Dixon story or anything like that. A mother accused of mowing down her former flame in a jealous rage after she found him with another woman in his apartment had dated him for less than a week. So this is literally the first line. And I got to ask you, I have to ask, how can she be a former flame if they dated for less than a week? That doesn't even work. That makes no sense whatsoever. That's the most stupid thing. Not only that, but 7 News, who is a mainstream media outlet in Australia, said, and I quote, I saw the news reporter in the report himself. That's how I went digging for this. And he didn't mention the name of the victim from what I can remember. I could be wrong. He says, in what could be described as a crime of passion. But if it was against a woman, it would be a scourge of domestic violence, not a crime of passion. Remember that, gentlemen. Jacqueline Musa, 44, allegedly got behind the wheel of her Toyota Kluger at 8:30 p.m. on Saturday night following an argument with 31-year-old painter Payman Tagipur. So she was 13 years older than him. That was his first mistake. She allegedly drove into him, pinning him against the wall of the car park in his apartment complex in the Sydney suburb of Wentworth Point. Despite the best efforts of emergency services, Mr. Tagipur died at the scene. Police say the alleged attack was fueled by jealousy when Ms. Musa realized her former lover, right? Former lover, not current, former, may have been involved with someone else. And not was, may have been. But close friend Samuel Azizi, who had known Mr. Tagipur for 9 years, said he never met Ms. Musa and claimed the pair barely knew each other. So he basically busted a couple of nuts with this woman, and it ended up costing him his life in the end by getting involved with her. He told me that he knew the girl for 7 days, maybe less. He wasn't interested and she wasn't his ex-girlfriend. For 4 or 5 days, it's not really a girlfriend, and I agree with that 100%. It's not a girlfriend if you've known them for less than a week. If you've dated them or banged them or whatever, anything for less than a week is not a relationship, period. Anyone who thinks that otherwise has just really got to reassess what's going on in their head. Mr. Azizi claimed his friend said, "I don't really care about her," and told him he would delete her number. The friends had planned to go food shopping together on Sunday morning. When Mr. Tagipur didn't answer his phone, Mr. Azizi drove to the apartment block on Hill Road and found a crime scene swarming with police. Now, this is Mr. Tagipur here. I don't know why they put a black heart above his head in the photo, but that's him there. And from what I can see, he looks... I mean, I could be wrong. I feel like he's Nepalese. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's irrelevant. Naz Ali lived next door to Mr. Tagipur and said she witnessed the alleged attack from just meters away. The man's body was just so badly mangled and bloody, and I think I just lost my mind after that, she told 7 News. So wait. So you're saying it's an alleged attack, but this woman literally saw it unfold. And all of the evidence, including the crashed Toyota Kluger with the dent mark from this dead man's body up against the wall that his blood was on, that he was crushed between. You mean this is an alleged attack, not an actual attack? Wow. This is the way that the mainstream media report things. She said she was one of the first who raised the alarm with police. Residents inside the apartment complex said the whole building shook after the collision in the car park. One said he was on his side in the corner struggling to breathe. Confronting footage has since emerged of police officers trying to revive Mr. Tagipur while he lay dying on the car park floor. Mate, keep breathing. Don't stop breathing, an emergency worker could be heard saying in a video released by the network. You're doing well, mate. You're doing well. Stay with us. Police tried to calm Mr. Tagipur and make him comfortable as he took his final breaths. Friends gathered at the scene to grieve the loss of Mr. Tagipur, who was described as a gentle man. They said he only just recently moved into the unit complex with a dog named Coco. Musa was arrested and taken to Concord Hospital under police guard for treatment and mandatory testing before she was charged with murder. She appeared at Parramatta Bail Court on Sunday morning, where she was refused bail and will remain in prison until another court appearance on Thursday. Police said the entire incident was captured on CCTV and there had been numerous witnesses at the scene. Police said witnesses have been traumatized by what they saw and described the scene as chaotic. A man and a woman believed to be Ms. Moose's children told the Daily Telegraph that they were not aware of the incident when approached at her home in Quakers Hill on Sunday. They said they had not heard from their mother since Saturday night and had assumed she was at work. Now, this is how telling it is of the fact. See, this woman felt entitled to take this man's life and run him over in a car and kill him because she was upset and jealous because he was now dating someone else, even though they never dated and they'd known each other for less than a week prior. This is what her son had to say, which just proves that there was no relationship to begin with, and it was all in her mind. The man said he was not aware that his mother had ever had a boyfriend and had never heard of Mr. Tagipur. I rest my case. What else is there to say? There's nothing. Just avoid single mothers. Don't even go there for a pump and dump. I know some of you are going to be like, oh, but Sydney, that's all she's good for. And I don't know, some people that may be the case with some people. But I'm just going to advise you, take my advice or don't take it. You're free, you're people of free will, you're free men. But I'm just saying, if it was me, I'm just not going to go there to begin with. It's not worth it for me, and I don't think it's worth it for most of you. This gentleman, Mr. Payman Tagipur, is no longer living proof of that, but he was living proof of it until the moment he took his final breath. Anyway, gentlemen, I would love to get your thoughts on this. Please share this video, smash the thumbs up, comment, and just generally interact. It does help get these out there so more people can see what goes on and know to just take it easy Oh goodness. One of the comments we've got here. My cokehead single mum would leave us with the babysitter for days until the sitter would call the cops. Wow. Just wow. That's all I got to say. Anyway, I've had my say on this. I'd love to get your thoughts. Please be respectful, so that we can keep these channels up and running for as long as possible. If you'd like to help my channel, please feel free to head over to sydneymigtail.com/brave and try out the Brave browser if you're not already using it. If you're not trying out the Brave browser, which is using the Google Chrome framework but is more secure, and you'd also like to contribute, feel free to head over to paypal.me/sydneymigtail and donate there. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it here for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to catching you in the next one. Peace.